Oh, thank you, Sean. For those of you that don't know Sean, he's doing big things in the tech field with the old Borland buildings. So if you're interested in that, you should definitely talk to him at the break. And also, thank you, Matt, for putting on a wonderful event. I love hanging out with entrepreneurs like Matt and Sean because they're exponential thinkers, and a lot of us, sometimes we get stuck in linear thinking. And when you're an exponential thinker, it causes disruption in the marketplace and big things happen, positive things happen. It's interesting when you look at our space, the beverage space, about every decade or so, starting back in the 1970s, a $1 billion beverage company is born. In the 1970s, you had the advent of the sports drink category with Gatorade. 1980s, ready-to-drink teas with Snapple. 1990s, you had Red Bull come along and create a category called energy drink that never existed before. 2000, you put a little pixie dust of vitamins inside of water called vitamin water, sold for $4.2 billion to Coca-Cola. So, we look at the market and it's interesting what's this next 10 years going to bring. How many people out there have kids? Just raise your hand real quick. Okay, about 50, 60%. As Sean mentioned, I have two kids, and my business partner, Orion, he has two kids as well. We actually, met in a CrossFit gym about 3 years ago. Our kids go to school together. Back when we had well-paying jobs and we had something called free time, we actually used to golf once in a while. And I remember being out on the golf course with Orion, and we were both very frustrated over, somehow we got talking about beverages, and we both voiced frustration over, the lack of healthy options that existed for our kids. Even when the kids bring home like these little juice boxes and they look healthy, but you really look at them, start dissecting what's in there, and you're going, gosh, 27, 30 grams of sugar in a little 6-ounce box. No wonder all these kids are getting diabetes and all these disease processes kicking in and at epidemic levels. It's it's kind of sad, and yet you don't see kids naturally reaching for the chias or kombuchas or coconut waters. For lack of a better term, they're a little hippy dippy. I mean, we're all from Santa Cruz, we get that, but the kids they're not naturally attracted to that. They're naturally attracted to the Monsters of the world, right? Because they're kind of cool, sexy, and hip. They appeal to the younger generation. So Ryan and I, just said, well, hey, we should do something about this. Let's start a beverage company. Why not? And they say ignorance is bliss. I now know what that means. But we decided that, we would start this company called Aid Beverage. And our vision for Aid was to create something that we could stand behind, that people could look at the ingredients, that we could really appeal to the label readers, and that they would look at it and say, wow, this really is a healthy, clean drink. So number one, we wanted something that was healthy. Number two, we wanted something that was effective, that provided some type of targeted benefit. Number three, it's a drink. It's got to taste good. So of course we wanted something that tasted good. And number four, and probably one of the most important ingredients, was we wanted something that really appealed to the younger generation, that the younger generation would actually look and reach for, be attracted to, that we could give the wink wink to the moms out there and say, hey, this is actually good for your kids. So Aid Beverage Company was born. And what brings our lines together, we have 3 lines currently in the stream of commerce. We have a drink called Aid, which I'm holding here. We have a drink called Golfer Aid, and we also have a drink called Party Aid. Now what brings our line together is they're all natural. They're all sweetened with raw, organic blue agave. They don't have any artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, so none of the aspartame, sucralose, no high fructose corn syrup, none of the GMO stuff that you'll find in a lot of today's sports and energy drinks. In fact, we don't even have any sodium in any of our drinks. But what we do have is 2 to 3 grams of targeted supplements in each of our drinks, and these are all different supplements depending on the line, for that particular avocation. So, for instance, Aid is very big in the CrossFit channel. Do we have any CrossFitters out here? We got one in the back and a few. Yeah, there's a couple up front. CrossFit, as you may or may not know, started here in Santa Cruz. It's rapidly growing. 5,000 plus gyms in the United States, growing by 50% a year. They're on ESPN now. We wanted to create a drink since we met in the CrossFit gym, specifically for CrossFitters. So this one's got amino acids, branched chain amino acids, omega-3 fatty acids, a full B complex. It's very clean, it's very healthy, it's paleo friendly. It really appeals to that particular demographic. Our second drink, Aid, has things like glucosamine and natural anti-inflammatories, supplements for focus and stamina, totally caffeine free. So the golfers that are actually looking to stay on their A game throughout the round, Aid's in over 500 golf courses now, I'm happy to say, and growing rapidly. Thank you. Aid has now become the #1 drink in the CrossFit channel, so we have one of the top CrossFit athletes now endorsing our product. And our most recent addition to the line, Aid, if always gets a little chuckle. It's always interesting, when you talk to a CrossFitter or somebody in the kind of health industry, they go, "Well, what's that Aid all about?" It's like, "Oh, okay, I see." But if you're out having a good time or doing a little wine tasting on a Friday night, Aid's a good way to go. It's got 5-HTP in it, which some of you may take for a little serotonin boost, your sense of mood and well-being. It's got milk thistle for liver detox, a lot of supplements for immunity. So they're all very clean, and that one does real well in the college channel, as you might imagine. Also in kind of the Burning Man type crowd. So it's interesting where these drinks have kind of gone, but they're, each of the lines, and as we expand for 2014, we have 3 more lines coming out. We'll have Aid, workplace performance without the high sugar, high caffeine of the energy drinks. Aid, boost your immune system while you travel, so you're not getting sick with that person next to you, hacking with the recycled air. And we'll have Aid, our signature drink. Daily supplement drink, especially for you baby boomers out there that don't want to drink Ensure or choke down a bunch of horse pills. We've got a lot of support from the community. We've raised close to $2 million to date, and about 90% of that's been on this side of the hill. We've got a lot of support from our local community markets, including New Leaf, which was one of the first grocery store chains to bring us on. So we're sold in the New Leaf markets, Deluxe, Scotts Valley, Ben Lomond Market, and so on and so forth. So it's been very community-centered. Our charity, Grind Out Hunger, which you saw a presentation on earlier, I'm proud to say we've almost donated $10,000 to them this year alone. So they've been our early partner and charity to not only feed kids, but feed kids in a very, very healthy, sustainable way. And we think our drink line fits right in line with that, what Danny's doing at Grind Out. So if you get a chance, check us out. We're going to have some drinks for you guys at break, so feel free to grab one. But I really want to say thank you to this community for your support. So you look at what's going to be the next disruptor for this decade. Well, I think it's going to be a drink company that is targeted, that speaks directly to the consumer. I think it's going to have to be a company that's healthy. I think it's going to be a company that provides a functional benefit. I think it's going to be a company that has great tasting products. And I think it's going to be a company that really appeals to the younger generation. To me, it sounds a lot like a little local Santa Cruz startup, but I'll let you guys decide. Thank you.